Hello everyone, it's Biba doing the masterclass, business masterclass for AS level, and the paper is the 9609, paper 13 for winter 2016. So the questions are: distinguish between, there is no case study, it's only questions. So we are going through the questions. Okay, so the first question is distinguish between external and internal recruitment. So we are going to start first by the external recruitment and internal recruitment. And we are going to write our answers in this blank page. So, internal recruitment is when a business look to fill the vacancy they have within their company, within its existing workforce. It means that if a company have a vacancy within its own, within its company, a vacant place within its company, they will look for people inside the company to fill this place. Okay, so we are going to write it a little bit. So internal recruitment. Okay, this is the first question. Internal recruitment is when a business if I go fast, it goes like this: business looks to fill the vacancy within the company from the staff or workforce. I prefer the word workforce already existing within this company, this same company. Whether external recruitment is when a company fills a vacancy, okay, with people they recruit following certain so people external to the company, okay, they don't belong to the company, people not belonging to the same company following certain procedures. Those procedures is for example, advertising, the recruitment, the vacancy they have in a newspaper, online, and then they would follow certain recruitment. For example, if they put it online, they would ask people to fill a form or to simply send a CV, and then they might as well to interview, study their files, study their and set certain criteria to hire those people. Okay. So the question is distinguish between external and internal recruitment, and then B1B is briefly explain two advantages to a business of internal recruitment. Okay. If you recruit someone from your own company, it means that first of all, you know this person. You know the skills of this person, of the employee. Okay. It means also that you don't need, as this employee, okay, is already working within this company, it means that you don't need to train that employee, to train that person extensively. He already knows everything about this company. He might just need some adjustment to fill the place, to fill the vacancy. So we don't need, no need for extensive training. Okay, for assimilation, for understanding what's happening within this company, how he will do this within this company, how he will perform, how he can be effective. Okay, training for assimilation. Okay, so he can understand what is his tasks. Okay, how he would perform and be productive and everything. So if you recruit people from your own company, it means that you offer for them some advancing in their career. It means that there is possibility of improving your career, improving your status, improving your wages as well. It means that the promotion within your company may well be significant motivator, okay, for other people to perform better, for a better place, okay, for a better job, okay, within the same company they are working for it. So it means also that they don't need to change work to have better wages, to have better situation, okay. So the advertisement, okay, or the promotion, okay, promotion, okay, from within the company, might help the moral, motivate your staff, might motivate your staff to perform better, to perform better for advancing in their career. Okay, so this is improving the morals. What else? If you recruit within your company, you don't need to advertise, okay? You might just put it on intranet within the intranet company to advertise your vacancy, and people within your company with apply for it. So it means that you don't need to do advertisement within a newspaper or locally or internationally or nationally. So you don't spend a lot of money. That's really, it means that you will have answers quite quickly. So cheaper and quicker and quicker. Respond quicker to recruit and cost effective. Okay. So if you recruit someone from your company, it means that you can assess this employee. No, not new, because he was already there. The employee with past, present, and future performance. Okay. So the second question is define product life cycle. What is a product life cycle? Okay. So second question, A, product life cycle. What does it mean, a life cycle of a product? It means that from even more before launching a product, you are going to think about the product. You are going to develop it. You are going to try it. You are going to doing marketing research about this product. So it means also you are going to promote it. You are going to launch it then, and then this product would be sold bit by bit, and then they will there would be a market penetration, and then this product would reach a maturity in selling, and then people would get used to it, and then some competitor will try to imitate you and create something better, and because nothing is stable in this market, so this product would be updated and it starts to decline bit by bit. So basically, if we draw, let's draw a diagram where we can define a life cycle of a product. So we said that, first of all, we are in the time of creating this product. And then we start from here. This is the sales over time. And this is the time. Okay? So first of all, you have, in this time, the time of the product, where the product life, okay, you have several steps. Okay, I'll just have myself with the tablet. You have several steps of the life of your product. So first of all, you have the introduction, okay, of your product. Okay, here it will start. You start to introduce, and people will start to know it, and then there is a time of growth. Okay, and it's still growing. People will buy your product, and then it will reach a maturity. This is maturity. It means that, for example, if we talk about a phone, iPhone, for example, there is always a product that is first launched. For example, recently we are launching the iPhone 10, and people will start to, it will be introduced within the TV, advertising and everything, and people would start to buy it in this growing phase from introduction to maturity, and then you will reach what? The top of the sales. And starting from this point, it will decline bit by bit, bit by bit, and it will decline. And this is the growth period, okay? This is the growth where you sell the most of the product. And this is the period of the decline where you need to think the sales are getting less and less and less. And where you think in this period, you think of launching. Launching. L-U-A-N. Launching a new product. And the new product, you are not going to start to think about it here. You are going to start to think about it here, okay? Research and development with here for this phase. And then once you reach the maturity of the preceding product, you would start to launch, and you see that your product is declining. You think of launching the new product you developed here already, okay? So basically, the life cycle of a product is this. From the introduction to the decline is a time of life cycle of an item, of a product. For example, a phone, a smartphone, has a period. A life cycle, we would say life cycle, okay? A life. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's do it again, slowly. Life cycle between 1 year to 24, 12 plus 6, 18, and 18 months, for example. Okay, so basically, for a phone, you will start to introduce here the iPhone 10, and then in next year, or maybe in next year and a half, you will start with, in here, they would launch iPhone 11, okay? This is the strategy of all companies to not lose money, and they start to launch a product, and once this product is reaching this point, okay, this point of you are going to notice that the sales are not rising anymore, and they either decline, and it means that you reach the maturity of your product and you need to launch to replace it. And here is the replacement part. You replace it by a new product, okay? This declining phase, okay, means that you think of launching a new product, okay? You don't think about launching a new product. You launch a new product to replace the old one, to not lose market share for your competitors, okay? And this thanks to research and development. The second question is, briefly explain two uses of, oh, we did it. But we are going to explain a little bit more. So to be use of product lies, the uses of product life cycle. So the product life cycle, we define it again. We give the definition of product life cycle again, is the stage a product goes through from introduction, okay, to withdrawal or decline. So here we are not going to produce any of those, or we are going to reduce the production and replace it by a new product, okay? An updated product. So the use of the product life cycle, we are going to resume them here. Use of product life cycle is, first of all, the product life cycle concept assists with planning, marketing, mixed decisions. So product life cycle assists with marketing mix, okay, with planning. Okay. What does it mean? It means that here we are going to think about price or cost, place, marketing, how can I, advertisement, place, blah, I forgot. Okay, so you have price, place, oh, of course, cost, oh, you will find them, okay? I will get them, I will memorize them, I will remember them. So the marketing mix, and when, how to launch a new product, at what stage, you reduce the price, the product, and when you spend, what you spend about it, okay? Place. Oh, I can't remember. I don't know why, but I can't remember. So when do you spend most of your advertising budget? So basically, if we see the life cycle diagram, we would invest almost all our advertising in this period. This is the introduction. So here we would do advertising to introduce the product and rise the sales, okay? When you make change to the product is this part, okay? So you update your product and you launch a new product updated. So a new product, they basically, okay? So it indicates the extent of the cash flow at different stages, okay? Because if you see that, you can hear the sale over time means that here you have the maximum cash flow you are expecting from this product, and then this product would decline and the cash flow will decline as well. Okay. So the second point is indicate. Sorry for the bad writing. Indicates so the extent. Oh yes, promotion. Promotion, price, place, promotion, and I will forget. I will remember it. Indicates the extent of the cash flows at different stages. Different. Okay, I will write it correctly. At different stages of the life of the product. Okay. At introduction stage, it will be negative. At maturity stage, it will be most positive, like we've seen in this part. Okay. At maturity, you will sell most of it, and once you see that the cells are stabilizing for a certain period of time, it means that they are going to this period of time. Okay, then you expect the decline of the sales within months, so you need to launch the new product. Okay, it indicates the need for a balanced product portfolio. Okay, this is what we said. The portfolio means that you are going to introduce a new product. Okay, so indicates the need for a balanced portfolio. Okay, when to replace a product. Okay. And the last point is an important analytical tools, okay? A check on the effectiveness of the marketing strategy of a business. So once you are done with this product, for example, have you met your expectation? Have you met your goals? Have you met what you needed to sell? The amount of your provision? Did you meet everything? Okay, so it's an analytical. No, we start with the right word. It's a good analytical tool. Okay, it's an important, a good, an important analytical okay tool. A check. You check with this on the effectiveness of what? Of your strategy. Did your strategy meet your expectation or not? Did you find any problem in it? Strategy. Okay. Did you encounter risks? Did you encounter a disturbance of a business? Okay. So next time you will be stronger with this experience, and once you launch a new product, you will avoid all the risks and all the problematics that will occur once you launch this new product. Okay. So the third question is to explain why many new businesses fail within their first year. Right? Why do you think that some businesses don't last long, don't last not even, for example, even 1 year? At the end of 1 year, they start to struggle. Okay. So the third question is explain. No, we are not going to rewrite the question, but we are going just to answer to it. Fail of new businesses. Okay, businesses. So, what do you think? Sometimes a business fail. Okay, so sometimes a business fail because of you didn't work, you didn't make a good strategy. Okay, so bad strategy. If you have a bad strategy, we are not going to say strategy, bad provision, bad guessing, you didn't guess the right, for example, you are producing a product, producing something new, but you didn't research well your market, and then you did some bad provisions, okay, and you did a bad model, a bad plan business, okay, so you didn't research your customer, you didn't research your competitors, you didn't research the right cost to sell it with. For example, you didn't research the right retailer, you didn't research your supply chain, and you bought the your raw materials too expensively, and then you are selling it too cheaply, or maybe you are selling it too expensive, and then people would not go for it, and you don't have much cash flow to face your month-to-month expenditure, and sometimes you don't have money to pay your retailer, your suppliers, your employees, and there is a lot of reason your business would fail. Starting from the beginning, which is planning. Okay, so let's start with the beginning, and we would say poor management or poor planning. Okay, a poor planning. For example, if you have a poor planning, it means that the entrepreneur does not have enough experience. Okay, much experience in business planning. In business planning. Okay, in business planning, and he didn't research, so not a good research, a good market research. Okay, maybe pro leadership as well. Bad market segmentation. Okay, not enough money to invest. No. not enough money to invest. So no cash flow. Okay, no cash flow for day-to-day operational needs. Okay, it means operational. Okay, so where is your working capital? If you have seen too big and your money is too little, this won't meet your target, your objectives. Okay, so you won't be able to reach your objectives and fulfill your strategy. Okay, so it might be we talked about insufficient capital, a bad plan model, poor management, okay, market research, a poor leadership, poor bad market segmentation. You might not, okay, we did bad market segmentation in here. It means that you are not understanding your customer, okay? Oop, oop, oop. Okay, it means that not understanding the needs of customers. Okay. What else? And sometimes you have a bad service, customer service. Okay. You have a bad customer service. Come on. Okay. And so you don't really differentiate between product and service, and not understanding what the most important thing is, not understanding competition. Okay. Not understanding competition. You don't have a good visibility of your business. Okay. No internet, lack of business visibility. Website. People don't know you, so you don't have enough cash, enough yes, cash or cash to advertise. Okay, that goes with this lack of business visibility. Sometimes people are doing well, but they are too they hurry too much to expand, and it's not time. So you would encounter competition, you would encounter lack of money, of level of liquidity. You might have liabilities that you can't cover. So another expansion too soon, too early, over expansion. Okay, and maybe you face recession and you don't know how to face it. And you, no, it's not you, it's the business that failed. And the business doesn't know how to face it. Lack of strategy. And you are not able to respond. No ability to respond to external, let's say, environmental change. Environment. Oh la la. Changes. So basically, those what you should not do would give you information about what you should do to not fail a business. Okay, so first of all, you have to study perfectly well your market, your segment, your competitors, your environment, political, sociological, social. Legal, everything, and then you have to act according with your cash flow, your liquidity, your assets. Don't go over, don't overestimate your capacity. And okay. The next question was 4A. Okay, 4A. Define transformation process. What is transformation process? What is a transformation process? Okay. A transformation process is all the operation that you would give to a raw materials to produce something to sell, like your product, your selling product, and you add a value to it with the transformation you are making to it, and then sell it to have this add value minus, of course, the cost of production and the cost of what? Of raw materials. So basically, if we want to do a small model, so we try first to define what is a transformation process. A transformation process is an activity, so it's all activities actually, or an activity, if we sum them up in only one activity. An activity, okay, or process, or group of activities, let's see, or group of activities, okay, that takes input or raw materials, I say, takes input, okay, and converts them into outputs. Of course, adding value to your product, to your final product. Okay. Let's do a small draw, okay, to explain what is transformational model. If you put, for example, raw materials, this is raw materials. let's say this is the input resources. Input resources. In these input resources, you have materials. You have, okay, you have information. Okay, you have customers as well. Okay, you have all of that. And then you have another part, which is input transformation resource. This part is input transformation resources. Okay, this is facilities and stuff. And then you take all that to make what? To make your transformation process. Okay, and then you are going to sell it to the customer. Here you study the customer. You study the materials, you buy the materials, you study the customer, you have all the information concerning your process. Here you do all the strategies, buying, allocating, studying customer, all that. And here, this is what you have physical, like facilities and staffs that are going to interfere, to take action within the transformational process, okay? And add value to your product, plus add value to your product, and then you are going to sell it to your customers. Okay, the next question was briefly explain two objectives of an operation management department. Okay, what is operation management department? Oh, we lack place. Yes. Split view. Let's see if I can add. Just give me 1 second to add a page. Okay, back to, I added some more pages so we can write on it. Perfect. So, what was the question? It was briefly explain two objectives of an operation management department. Okay, operation management. 4B, operation management. Okay, so actually the operation management is quite important within a company. They are the one to draw a strategy, to understand, to first research, understand, and everything within the strategy, within starting an operation. An operation means sometimes building a house, launching a new phone, designing and building or no fabricating or manufacturing a car from the beginning to the end. It means that they need first to think about it, to allocate money, strategies, and look here. For example, this example is quite good. They have to allocate materials, information, to study customers, to design, to do research and development, to look at the facilities they need, to the staff they need, the time they need, how many months or years do they need to first research the information and to draw a strategy, and then how to manufacture their new product and when to launch it, and the people that they need to launch this new product, and then the money they need to launch this product, reducing cost, reducing risks, reducing disturbance, trying to have an effective work, and choosing the right suppliers. Okay, so they have to set milestones so they can understand if they are on the right track or not. This is all what the operation management should do. So the operating manager is having a lot on his back. He's having a lot of responsibility over his shoulders. So from the beginning to the end, okay, and even further, he would try to give the best for his company in terms of effectiveness, cost effectiveness, efficiency, reducing cost, reducing waste, doing the right thing at the right time. Okay, so we are going to give all those points. Okay, so they need to design. Operation management need to design first. Okay, this is what we say. We said to design first and to create. Produce, okay, goods and services. Goods and services. For an organization, and its customers. Okay, we start here. And its customers. Okay, effectively. So the operation manager would first, in his desk, in his office, design and do a strategy to create a new product. Okay, but when he designed this new product, he needs to set a lot of point. Okay, money, cash, or assets. Okay, staff. material, okay, facility, customer, or market segment. Okay, and what else? Facility, customer, time. He needs to set the time, and milestones. So he needs to check milestones. Okay, milestones. Okay, you need to check every time, are they on the right track or not? Okay, so he needs a schedule. So assets, staff, materials, facility, customer strategy. He needs to research. Okay, need to research the environment. The environment, okay, politic. Okay, who he needs to do, let's say that he would do a pestle analysis. Okay. Pestle analysis. Okay, political, economical, social, technological, legal, all that. Okay, he needs as well to research the best suppliers. Okay, this is all the job of the operation manager to do. Okay, so to direct and control the transformational process, and then once the design is done, he starts to create, and when he creates, okay, he needs to direct and control every steps of the production. Okay, so the transformation process. Okay, so it's efficient. So let's say, so it will be efficient and effective. Okay, and more, the most important things, what you've seen here, it's to add, it's not well written, to add value. Ululu. What did we do? Okay, to add value. Okay, this is an important matter. So efficient, effective, and add a value. Okay, and then once he did this, he need as well to add all the what we mentioned here. Okay, the materials, the information, the customers, the raw materials actually. Yeah. Okay, at the best price. So he needs to be effective within when using the cash he has been allocated with. Okay, so procure, appropriate, inputs in a cost-effective way. Okay, this is what we said before. Okay, So whenever he's, for example, if it's in IT or even in building a house, you need to have the right appropriate stock, level of inventory. You don't need to build your house if you don't have enough wood, if you don't have enough stones or ciment. I don't know how to say ciment in English, but brick and ciment. Okay, I will write it and you will Google it. Okay, please do that. I mean, oh God, I forgot that. Okay, so effectively, manage and appropriate level of inventory. If he's in IT, he needs a certain, for example, IT, so need of, for example, ships. Okay, those are processors. Okay, if you are building tables, you need a right amount of food. Okay, so you have also to focus on what? To focus on quality and time. I put that in big because it's really important. Okay, quality time. Okay, and the speed of response to your market or to your customer. Okay, flexibility. You need to be flexible if to adapt to different situation, to change. Flexibility. Okay, you need, if there is a recession, you need to adapt to it. If there is shortage in materials, you need to replace it quickly and to find a new supplier. So you need to be flexible. And type, cost of the production process, the type. You need to choose your right cost of the production. Oh, sorry. Okay. Um, so achieve an effective labor capital. Oh la la. Production mix. It means that you have to have the right labor at the right cap with the right capital. Okay. And lastly, research and development. You have to incorporate. Okay, this is really important. Incorporate latest technology approaches into the production process to be more effective. For example, if you are building cars, you need those arms, okay, the mechanical arms that would do different, for example, different process at different level of your flow production, okay. So the next question is, answer one question only. It's about an essay. Okay. So the first question of the essays is, let's go down. 5A is analyze the quality of successful entrepreneur. Okay, so successful entrepreneur. No. Okay. What do you think is a successful entrepreneur? Which trait should he have to be successful in your mind? Does he have to be a geek in IT to be successful? Or does he have to be a doctor to be successful? Or does he need to have a good idea and to be successful? Or he might be doctor with good idea, or not even a doctor, maybe just an employee with a good idea, but he's self-confident, he's assertive, he's someone who would take risks, and someone who is thinking in the future, projecting in the future, who has a great insight within the market. He has some experience with customers. He has experience with the market, how to introduce your product, when. He's visionary. He's motivator, a good leader. He's good talker. He would go to the bank and persuade your banker to lend him money, and go to investors and think about having money from those investors, or just launch a crowdfunding in online and have money from online, okay. And that is a good entrepreneur, okay. So he had to have a lot of traits within his personality. So let's start with the new one. About the first one, it's to have innovative and viable business idea. This is the most important, okay. Have an innovative and viable. Viable means that would last a long time, okay? It's something that would come to life, an idea that would come to life and last for a long time, okay? Business idea. If you don't have an idea, how would you like to be entrepreneur? How would you think you are going to be entrepreneur? Copying someone else's idea? That might work for a certain period of time, but you are going to fail at the end. Okay? But if you have an innovative and new and good idea, viable one, you can, and it must be something you can realize, not something too big. That you sometimes the smallest idea might be the most viable and innovative one. Okay, like Edison, who created the lamp. Okay, so willing to take risk. Okay, because you might have some money and you might have a good idea, but are you going to risk your money to create this idea and to add value to this idea, and to add value to your first assets, to your money you are investing? Okay, so you must be self-confident and assertive if you want to. Okay, self-confident. You have to be confident in yourself and in your idea, confident and assertive. You must be sure. Okay, you must have, you have done your homework and studied the market. So you might be a visionary. You might have some knowledge and skills in marketing research, and you might be a designer. So you must be multi-skilled. Okay. Okay. And you give all your time to it. You don't work on it just 2 hours and you go to enjoy your time under the sun in a park or playing football. Okay, you have to be committed to this idea. You have to be self-motivated. Yeah, let's go and work on it. Okay, so committed and self-motivated. You are not going to get bored of it. Okay, fed up of it after 2 months of research. Okay, and self-motivated. People who are creating something new sometimes think about it for years before taking action and trying to make it viable. Okay, so you have the ability to raise funds or to convince people to invest with you. Okay, so ability to raise finance. Okay, finance. And convince investors. Okay. The next question is to analyze the quality of success. Okay, it's done. And discuss why senior managers leading large public limited companies might decide not to have corporate social responsibilities. Okay, why not having social responsibilities? Corporate, no, I would say no corporate social responsibility. Okay, why no corporate social responsibility? Okay, I'm going to talk about it. So sometimes if you decide to not have corporate social responsibility, it might mean that you are already doing well, and bearing in mind that your product is it's an add value to society and to the environment. You don't need a corporate social responsibility. Your product would already talk for itself. So the first one is your company, the company is having a product that will benefit society and environment. Do not need CSR, corporate social responsibility. Okay. Sometimes companies are just focused, a company are just focused on making profit. Okay. So they would decide to not have social responsibility. Sometimes shareholders would not like to invest, like to spend money on CSR. Okay? Sometimes sometimes CSR is considered as being a distraction from making profit. Okay? Um, okay. We already talked about companies that are doing already good. It's sometimes more important for shareholders to think of employees within a company than society. Okay? Sometimes the CEO would think to just first give money to compensate, for example, or a word, or give a third month, a 13th month to employees, for example, as a gift or as reward, than to invest in CSR. Okay. When they are aware of a social consequence of business activity is sufficient, so CSR is going too far. Companies who sacrifice profit for the common good are imposing a tax on shareholders, but we said that already. The movement towards CSR is seen to be in direct opposition to the best interest of business organizations. So sometimes they see CSR as no use. It's either it's preferable to make profit than to go for environment and social. Okay. So the sixth question is discuss how a large national fast food retailer could develop effective marketing during a period of economic recession. What is an economic recession? Okay, the economic recession when the GDP would fall and people would just straighten their belt, like we say, to not spend money because the income would the product would rise in price and their own income would fall a little bit down, a little bit, so they are not going to meet the two ends of months. Okay, so you might know already about. We are already living in a period of recession nowadays. So, what are economies? National fast food retailer could develop effective marketing during a period of economic recession. So you are having, for example, let's take an example of a pizzeria, a pizza shop, okay, or a food retailer. Food retailer, yes, it's good to say a pizza or a restaurant or whatever, okay? As long as it's about food. And then you are facing a recession. What are your strategy? Okay, sometimes a recession would be just for a short period of time, and sometimes it will last for 5 years, but not more. So we know that already that the recession would last for a period of time, and then there is a period, a fast period, like growing period. Okay, so basically we are going to set points. Recession may last, okay, may be short term, okay, and but will present specific challenges that will require a revised change to marketing. So, but we need to revise. So your answer would include that, okay? So I'm going to make a point to and talk a bit about it, but you might as well give you your own answer. So the recession may be short term, but we need to set, okay, to set a strategy or a marketing strategy. To what? Why do we need to set a marketing strategy? Is to reduce the gap in profit when customers will spend less. Tighten the belt, like we say. Okay? So, why tightening the belt? Because the customer would likely cut spending and have strict priorities. He would pay his rent, he would pay his prior food, he would pay for his electricity and think about things like that rather than spending and going out and having fun in a restaurant. So what would a pizzeria do or a food retailer do to fill the gap? Okay, so a number of marketing principles may be suggested to steer an appropriate and an effective marketing approach. So what would will the food retailer do to fill the gap? Okay, or to reach his sales, to not reduce sales in a period of recession. So he would first of all know the customer need. Oops. Okay. Establish an emotional. Okay. For example, for this point, if you know your customer needs, it means that that would be something necessary to your your customer. It means that pizza is becoming a must to your customer. Are you going, for example, for a retailer? If you see that, a food retailer, if you see that this product, you have product A and product B, okay, those product customer would go for this product, but not for this one. But you are seeing that people would get less and less to buy this product. But this product is a must for them, even if they go less for it. But this product, no one would go for it. So what you would do? So this product, you will reduce the price. But you won't reduce this price. You would leave it like this, as it is. But you would reduce the price of this one, so people would find their happiness in either this or this. Okay? It depends on their ability to pay. If they want this product, they would definitely go for the same price. But this one is almost similar to this one, but this one is a little bit less expensive than this one. So rather than paying for the whole price, they would go for this price that is less expensive, okay, than the product A. So establish, and then, so this is why you know the customer needs. And then establish an emotional relationship with your customer. So establish, no. An emotional relationship. Emotional relationship. And explain to him that you are sharing his pain. Okay? And this is why you are reducing P, to make sharing, because you are sharing his pain. You still can afford to reduce one of your product to meet his expectation and to meet his money, okay? The availability of his money. He can't go for this product, but he would go for this one who is less expensive for you and for him, okay? Improve affordability in a certain way, okay? Okay. And maintain quality of product service. Maintain quality of product. The product A would stay the same. Okay. A stays with a good quality, but same price. You might go for, if you take a product A, you would have a product B in plus. So you would maintain quality and service of your product. Okay. Okay. Quality and service of your product. You would emphasize your core value. what would you do? We would say, even in a period of recession, we are always at the service of our client. We are producing the best goods with the best product, with the best quality, at the best price. The price have been studied for you, and you might. I said to you earlier, you might reduce this product, the B product, to add it to A, but you keep A with the same price. Okay. This is why you re-evaluate, okay, your offer. Okay, if you offer something plus you add a value to the product you are already selling, they might go for it and no, and not. You might as well target. Those are your regular customers. Your irregular customers. Okay, by offering them a new product. Okay, you start. So this product you have studied it. Okay, to meet their needs in time of recession, and you might keep them after the time of recession. Okay, they would become a regular after the time of recession because you've produced for them something nice. Okay, so so you might compete on price. Okay, for those irregular. Okay, you might streamline product portfolio, so you might create a new product. Okay, a new portfolio. Okay, what else? New communication. Okay, new communication. Okay, with greater focus on cost-effective direct marketing. Okay, with focus on cost-effective direct marketing. Okay. Take advantage of lower marketing cost. You might reduce the cost of production. Okay. You might ask your retailers, or not retailers, your reduce the price of first the raw materials. Reduce the price of raw materials. Your suppliers. Okay. Innovate with the new menus. New add value with new menus. Okay. Okay. So I think that we gave a lot of ideas about how a company might face a recession period. A food retailer might face a recession period. Question 7, okay, 7A, is analyze the advantage of crowdfunding as source of finance for a small business, okay? Analyze, what is the first crowdfunding? Crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is when you get the money, but without selling your assets or without asking for a loan or making your rising your liabilities. Okay, and you go online to raise those funding. Okay, so coming from customers, for example, or investors that would just want to invest in your company or buy your product before you produced it, or anyway, it's a way to amass money by selling or asking people to invest in your company without putting your assets in the balance. Okay, so basically the advantage of it is when you practice that, you raise money by contributing, by making people contribute to the fund of this the production. Okay, people would invest this money. So how we are going to express that? Let me find my word. So funding, it's funding a project. Basically, it's funding a project by raising, okay, raising monetary output between bracket assets, okay, because you are having this money asset to contribute to the realization of your project, to realize your project or your venture. Or project, okay, from a large number of people and this is done via the internet or phone. Okay, you can raise money by making people calling you and sending you money to an account, okay, for example. So you access to cheaper money for small, medium-sized business, okay? It's to access to money cheaper money, okay? Okay, we're raising that to cheaper money. Why cheaper money? You will see why. To cheaper money. Why cheaper? Because people would buy something or would invest something, okay? But you are not taking a loan from a bank, for example, so no interest. So this is why it's cheaper. Cheaper money for small, of course, for small or medium sized company. Okay? Or business. So you don't need no need to sell or to sell an equity or mortgage an equity, sell or mortgage an equity, okay, stake in your business, okay. You don't need, for example, to have a loan and mortgage your house as a guarantee to have those money, and later you would pay an interest over the money you've had like a loan, okay. So and then if you don't pay if you don't succeed to do this business, you are going to um, to lose your equity, okay. So it's fast, of course, and flexible. It's done on internet, okay. Flexible source of finance. And this is if you enter this on internet and people would know you and would buy, for example, your product before you produced it. So it's a good advertising for product or venture. Okay. It's also it will support your business expansion. Okay. Add value to your product. If you add value to your product, if you succeed. Oh la la. If you succeed. Okay. And people that have invested money would give you a feedback. Feedback from and advice. To Fonseca. Oh, la, la. And advice to Fonseca, the one who is asking money. People would give him advice as well. Okay. So basically, this is all. This is almost everything. And the most important, of course, is no risk. Okay, no risk for own money. For a new venture. So the next question is discuss the view that non-financial measures of business performance may be as important as financial measure of business performance. So basically it's non-financial performance against financial performance of a business. We know that financial performance would give you a lot of information if you want to invest in this company. You want to invest in, for example, this company would want to invest in a project, okay? But is it all? For CEOs, they understood from experience that it's not all. It's not only about finance. It's not only about money. Sometimes you have a lot of money to invest in a company, in a project, in a venture, in a new product, but you fail, even with a lot of money. Why? Because you miss a lot of non-financial measures, like the environment in which you are performing, the situation, the competitors. So basically, the pestle analysis, and then the probability of risk, the visibility of your product. Is it penetrating the market or not? The risks you are taking. So you have to have a lot of tools to basically to judge if your company will well perform or not. So you might do risk management, some scenario management. You might calculate the probability that your product will be achieved and be successful. You might add value to your product, and is your product valued by customers or not, because this is really important if you have a good brand and ethics. And so it's not only about financial performance. Non-financial performance are sometimes really important. So in recent years, there have been moved towards some supplement financial measures of performance, such as ratio analysis, but those are not enough. Quantitative measures of business performance are important, and strong answers may well outline the value of financial measures before discussing the case for including qualitative performance measures. So quantitative may be as important as quantitative. So we are going to stress that. Qualitative measures, okay, equal quantitative measures. Okay, so sometimes you need to give value to what you are doing, not only money, but because sometimes if you don't have ethics, value, a brand, you won't make money. Okay, so recognition of the limitation of financial data is often too little emphasis on the qualitative drivers, okay? So the advantage of non-financial methods of performance measurement are, alors, advantage of non-financial performance measures, okay? So you have drivers to success, okay? Often intangible. It means that you can't quantify them. Intangible. They are not quantitative, they are qualitative. In oh la la, it's horrible. Are often intangible assets. So they are qualitative, not quantitative. So this is, for example, customer loyalty. If the customer is loyal to your brand, it means that you are raising the quantitative. The customer loyalty is qualitative. He likes your product, okay? There is a feeling for your product. So the customer loyalty is invaluable. You can value the customer loyalty. It's really important. And the innovation as well. Okay, those are intangible assets. You have also how to manage capability. Okay, if you value your, for example, your employee relationship, employees. Okay, relationship. Okay. You have a brand value, like I said, may well compose a significant proportion of the value of your company. For example, iPhone are having a good brand value that is adding to the company. Okay, so financial measures are more closely linking to long-term strategy. So non-financial measures are always linked to long-term strategy, okay? To actually long-term strategy to build customer loyalty, to build brand value, to build ethics, to build CSR, to build everything, okay? So non-financial measures are really important for this, okay, of a business. So the progress made toward reducing competition, so reducing competition. If you have a good brand, a good product, that would take your competitor far away from you, okay? So increasing customer loyalty, we mentioned this, while traditional measures are often short-term, okay? If you have a strategy, monetary strategy, it means that sometimes you have a short-term investment. This is why we call that short-term investment. But if you are building customer loyalty and brand, this will last a long time, maybe forever. Okay, so non-financial measures can be better indicator of the long-term future financial performance. For example, research and development. Okay, research and development decision made now may well produce longer term benefit. Decision made now No, I brought now, made now will be a benefit in the future. Okay. You have also a balanced scorecard. Okay. So, for example, you have your strategy. Ah, la, la. Okay, let's go slowly. And then here, a balanced scorecard means that you are going to build your strategy according to what you have and what you need in the future. Okay, so sometimes it's you can call that financial perspective. You want some financial perspective. Okay, and this financial perspective gives a sight to managers to develop their business, to please their stakeholder, for example, and the lenders by maximizing the benefits. This is a financial perspective, but the non-financial perspective is, for example, innovation and learning. Okay, and without innovation, no future for companies, and no future means no existence. Entities should learn and develop this. This is the duty of research and development, for example, department. And then you have internal business process, for example. Okay, this each entity should consider its own core competencies. Okay, where are we good in? Okay, and to perform better. If you perform better, you are more effective, and this is a non-financial perspective. It's different from financial perspective. So internal, I'm going to write it a little bit better. You have some internal. Oh la la. You have to consider some internal business process to rise what? To rise better perform to perform better. Okay, we write it like this: perform better, knowing your core competencies. Okay, and of course you are going to focus on customer and see customer perspective. Okay, building brand. Okay, adding value. Okay, and the business have to have a good core value. Okay, good for core value to please the customer and develop a good relation business customer to retain and increase them. Okay, so perceptive answer will recognize the need for an integrated set of performance measures. This is the balanced scorecard approach, and then the non-financial measures are themselves not without limitation. Okay. I think we came to an end of our session. I hope that you enjoyed it and that has been answered to your questions. And if there is any question, please post them on Trello, and I would answer to them. Thank you so much, and goodbye.